Welcome back, folks, for another weekend with Sam for the week before September 14th. Now, I've been having migraines all this week, and it really hampers on your brain tissue, and I can't even think straight for the first half of the week. So I took Friday and Saturday off, obviously, so I could take some rest and watch a couple of movies and just relax a bit. But a lot of video this week is about British tank for some reason. All right. But I did a video on the M56 Scorpion, the new Tier A premium tank destroyer for the Americans, as well as the new British tank destroyer line featuring the Sherman Firefly that's coming up soon, as well as my speculation on the Action Centurion Mark 10 that's going to be replacing the Tier 10 British medium tank, the FV4202. So yeah, a lot of British tank this week for some reason, as well as I did a review for the Centurion Mark 1, so that tank is amazing. So a lot of British tank this week. But here's the main news for this week. So here are the main news for this week. I did a lot of British tanks for some reason, alright? But the British medium tanks are very easy to pick up and very fun. From the Crusader, the Cromwell, the Comet, the Centurion Mark 1. Those tanks are pretty fun, and I kept all of them. So I do recommend British medium tanks. But here's the main news on the test server. So the anti-AFK system is being fixed because a lot of people were cliff diving for kills. So if you cliff dive for artillery that's drowning themselves and you drown with them, does it count as a suicide? I don't know. They obviously count as a suicide, but it's not really a suicide. So they're fixing that system up. So there's a lot of stuff to fix with the anti-AFK system, and that's an anti-suicide system. So yeah, that's gonna be rough. But the tanking XP is also being fixed, which is if you absorb shots or bounce shots with your tank, you get XP bonus if you're playing a heavy tank, and less XP bonus if you're playing a medium tank. It does not apply to light tank, tank destroyers, or artillery, obviously. But here's what I mean. So as you can see with this E100 driver, he took about 2,400 hits or damage into his armor, but he bounced all those shots, and he got 3,000 XP out of it. Yeah, that's broken. That is broken. So yeah, they're fixing that up. So yeah, you kind of get massive amounts of freaking XP just because you sit there and just bounce shots. You can do that with a Sherman Jumbo and just like ha. But yeah, that's ridiculous. So yeah, but the Ricochet system is also introduced, and it's pretty cool. So what that means is you can bounce a shot off a side of another tank, and the shot will play billiards into another tank. So that's pretty cool. So you can actually ricochet a shot off a target and hit another target, but you can also hit yourself doing it, obviously, and you can hit a teammate, but it will not be counted as team damage if you ricochet off of your opponent into a friendly tank. So that's pretty cool. But here's a clip of the Ricochet system. So cut away. So here's a clip of the Ricochet system. As you can see, someone's firing into the mouse and bounces off into the Waffenträger E100. So the side of the Waffenträger E100 is not as well armored as the mouse, obviously. So you can still bounce shots. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, you can still hurt your teammates or even yourself while doing it. So So that's all the important news for the test server, because it's still a test server and they're still testing out the initial introduction of these programs and systems and tools and stuff like that. So alright. But here's the update on my normal server, on my account. So yeah, cut away again. So yeah, here's my main account update, I guess, if you guys are interested. Some people were, but alright. But for the Hot September, I'm at 56% completion. So just 1.5 more weeks of grinding. But oh god, it's rough. It is really rough. Just 11 more times, Sam. Just 11 more days. And we'll be over with this shit. Alright, just hang in there. But if you look at what's coming next for the missions event, oh my god, the On Track to 113 is coming up soon. So god damn it, Wargame ain't gonna make me lack sleep all day long. You know, my brain hurts, man. It feels like a bee sting in the middle of my brain. I think I might have a tumor. It's not a tumor, but still, I think that shit hurts, man. Lack of sleep hurts the brain. Just stop giving me all these events in one. Just give me like this event like October or something. Just Christ, for God's sake. But on track to the 113, it's basically you play a Chinese heavy tank, and you get, based on the event, a Type 64 in the end. Now this is a tier 6 Chinese light tank. So other than the Type 62, which is a tier 7 Chinese light tank. So, but you have to play heavy tanks in order to get light tanks, obviously, because if everybody plays the WZ, so the system breaks. The system breaks, and yeah, everybody cannot play light tanks. It's like the test server, obviously. So you have to play heavy tanks. But the Chinese heavies doesn't start at tier 7, so you can actually play the Type 58, and this is a tier 6 medium tank. And this tank will also count towards playing for the medium tanks for Hot September, obviously. So you might as well kill 2 birds with 1 stone and play the Type 58. Now the Type 58 has very good damage per tier, obviously. So this tank is not bad, but I had to rebuy this tank, and I hated this tank because of the lack of gun depression. It has like 3 degrees of gun depression, which pisses me off. So I had a review about this tank, which it has too much Viagra and cannot keep the gun down. So god damn it, I hate this tank. But yeah, kill 2 birds with 1 stone. So on track to the 113 is coming up soon. So have fun, folks. But you get a vertical stabilizer if you do 100,000 XP. And if you do 200,000 XP, you get like a 600,000 credit cost vents. So that's pretty cool. But you still need to do 250,000 XP for the Type 64. I do recommend you do this because it's a tier 6 light tank. And this tank costs about 3,200 credits, or not credits, gold, instead of the normal tier 5 reward or tier 3 reward. If you remember the on track to the AMX50B, that thing gives you a tier 3 FCM pack 40 something. That's a tier 3 tank destroyer, which costs around 700 gold. Not worth it. The same goes for the on track to the T92 artillery for the Americans, and they reward you with a freaking Locust at the end, which is a tier 3 light tank. So yeah, I didn't do those, so fuck it, I didn't do it. But this one is actually pretty good. It gives you a tier 6 light tank, so kill 2 birds with 1 stone, I guess, with the Type 58. So oh, god damn it, I hate this tank. So I have to rebuy equipment. So before today ends, you can still buy this tank for 60% off or something like that, I think. Let's go check. Might as well go check. I hate this tank. I have to buy a new crew and other good shit. 30% off. So alright, so you can buy this tank for 30% off, and equipment is at 50% off. So I recommend you buy this tank now if you plan on doing the 113 on track, whatever. But I really hate this thing. Ugh, has crappy penetration on the 85mm gun, but it does do a lot of damage. So I have to replay this thing. I've already played through the Type 58 for the IS-2 as well as the T-34-1. So god damn you, you bastards. But here's the main update for my account, and I'll stop talking for a bit, I guess. But I have 58 tanks in my garage, and that's a lot of tanks. So cue the elevator music. But there we go. So pause the video if you want to see everything clearly. But here's the tanks I owned, and blah 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 blah. I did a review for most of them, and I sold the rest if I already did a review for them. But there's some tanks I like the Panzer IV-H, obviously, so I kept it. And but yeah, and the ELC, freaking race car. I love that tank. So here's my tanks, and blah blah blah. Hope you guys are satisfied. ISU is amazing, and that's pretty much it. So alright, and here's my service record. So for people who like stats and stuff, so pause if you need to. Feel your heart's content. Blah 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 blah. Can I go that fast? So pause if you need to. Blah 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 blah. Statistics. Pause if you need to. There we go. I play a lot of tier 7 and tier 8 and 6. I used to play a lot of tier 6, but now I just play like tier 9s and tier 10 or tier 8s. I don't have a tier 10, so stop bickering. I'm working on it. It costs 6 million credits for a tier 10 tank, and I only have 1 million. So stop it. Stop pressuring me to get a tier 10. And here's the tanks I play a lot. So before I had a good computer, I had to play artillery because the bushes lags me when I look through them, obviously. So I played the artillery a lot. and the GW Panther, the Dracula, was my favorite tank back then. But I played a lot of games in that tank. Jesus Christ. But yeah. Pause if you're new to blah 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 blah. Centurion. Holy shit! 65% win ratio. The Centurion. This tank is amazing. Jesus Christ, I love that tank. Oh my god. How the hell do I have a 66% win rate on the Type 58? I hate that tank. It has no gun depression. Stop making me play it. God. So yeah, pause if you need to. Blah 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 blah. Okay, great. So yeah, there's my stats. Hope you guys are satisfied. Jeez. But yeah, I usually play tier 8 and tier 9s or 7s. It depends on which tank I'm working on. But currently I'm working on the on track, or not on track, the Haas and Timber vehicles, which is basically my AMX 1390. So this is the light tank I've mostly been playing, and I grinded already like 100,000 XP in like 2 weeks. So god, that was rough. And I've been working on the Centurion Mark 1, obviously, for the medium tank. So this tank is pretty fun, pretty fun. The gun's amazing, and watch my review. But this tank is pretty sweet, pretty sweet. I love it. Also, if this tank is in battle, I've been working on the T-54E1, and this thing chews up money. I mean, it does a lot of damage, but it chews up so much money. Oh my god. So yeah, there's my account update, if you will. But the T-54E1, so much burst damage with this 105mm cannon. Oh my god. 4 shots. Each shot does about 400 damage. That's 1600 damage per clip. that's a whole AMX 5100 or IS-3 in one clip. The troll. But this tank is a freaking magnum. I love it. But back to the main news and skip all this crap. So those are my stats for water tanks. Hope you guys are happy. But you can easily stat pad if you feel that your stats are inadequate or inaccurately representing you. So you can just play like T-18s or KV-1S or Hellcats before they nerf the crap out of them in like 2 weeks or so. So good luck. But here are the miscellaneous news from my channel, like updates and what's coming up next. So the American Armor Foundation is moving their tech museum from Danville, Virginia to Ohio. So I live in Ohio, obviously, but here's the news. But they're moving from the Danville, Virginia region to right next to the Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. So that's in Dayton, Ohio. I live in Cincinnati, Ohio, so I can easily just drive up there, and that's pretty cool. But they have a lot of tanks there, so they have a lot of tank ordnance and stuff. So the Sheridan, I like to see that thing with the rocket launcher. That's pretty cool. The Bulldog, oh my god, yep. The Stuart, I think they have the Hellcat too, as well as the Easy-8 Sherman. Oh my gosh, I mean, this is not the accurate list of the stuff, but they have more tanks than that. But that's pretty cool. So they're setting on moving to and opening up for the Ohio residents at Veterans Day, so that's November of this year. So I probably will drive up there and take my camera and take some photos. So that's pretty cool, man. I've never been to a tank museum before. I've been to the Wright-Patterson Air Force Base before, but I don't know airplane as well as tanks, obviously. So yeah, that's pretty cool. But I should have visited Jingles when he was coming here since July or something like that. But that's just creepy stalkerish. Drive up there, it's like, hi Jingles, and drive back here for like 2 hours round trip. So that's just stalker status. But here's the other news. So the Chaffee Race, there's gonna be a new mini game with water tanks called Chaffee Race. So it's like the soccer match with water tanks back in May or July or June, whatever. So it's gonna be a Chaffee racing around the port map. So the port map has not been available on the live server, so they're gonna put the port map back up for the Chaffee Race. So that's pretty cool. I'm gonna do more server testing with the test server. Server testing, alright. So I still want to try the Bulldog out, as well as the LTTB and the new KV-85. So think about it this way. My head hurts. It's hard to do the grinds for all the tanks, as well as to test server videos and talk while my mouth is moving, and it hurts my brain. So give me time. But there's so much stuff to do. So also there's a lot of premium tanks coming out. There's the Stug 4 as well as the Panther 88 Schmaltern L71. So that's coming out too. And I have to do reviews on those tanks, and as well as new maps. So gosh, there's new maps. One map is Stalingrad for a new city map, so called Stalingrad, which is they're still working on it, as well as a new what's that, eSports map. But yeah, so cut away to the Stalingrad map, and you can see how that map looks out. So here's a quick overview of the Stalingrad's map. As you can see, it is very boxy of a town map, but they're working on it obviously. So yeah, it's like Kharkov. So there will be buildings and there will be avenues, but it looks really squarish. So yeah, they're fixing it soon, hopefully. But yeah, it's a Stalingrad looks pretty nice for a Russian city. It's not snowing, it's not utter crap. It's just like, yeah, it's a breezy day or spring day in Stalingrad. There's nothing going on, there's no explosions. Stalingrad's pretty fine, everybody's fine, I guess. It's like, alright. Yeah, but it's really squarish, so it's a big city map. Looks like you have a railway yard on the other side of the map where probably artillery or tank destroyer is going to be at, but mostly heavy tanks and medium tanks are going to be in the towns. So yeah, there's a port side onto the map for medium tanks or tank destroyers, but alright. But it's a city map with city map in the middle with a lot of avenues at the sides, such as a railway yard, as well as the side of the lake or river, whatever you call it. But Stalingrad, folks. So here are other map reworks with the new upcoming super test server for the 9.4 patch. So Madanovka, the giant map where everybody camps, is upgraded with this little house right here on the hill. So whenever you have medium tank rush from the other base, you can have cover from their tanks, so that's pretty cool. Alright, what's the next one? So here's an update to the swamp map. The blue areas are where the hills increased, so there's more hills right here to give you more cover, as well as buildings right here, or trench line for the north team. So you can see there's a new hill right here. This is the old bridge. So the bridge looks like it's increasing size or somewhat, but there's a hill right here to give you more cover, as well as hill right here. And there's more buildings, so the buildings will protect you if you're advancing to the north base or northeastern base. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, but other than that, postponing on the Walking Dead finale because it takes a lot of Wi-Fi or network speed to upload that stuff. It's like 1 hour and 45 minutes, and it'll take me about 6 hours with my school's super Wi-Fi speed. So I don't have time for that, man. I have to grind, I have to do shit. So yeah, postpone until like people really ask for it. But oh god. But other than that, there's a lot of stuff that's gonna come up soon, since the Chaffee race will be out with the 9.3 patch, as well as a bunch of other stuff. So yeah, but the on track to the 113 is going to be another pain in the ass. So god damn it, I played the freaking Type 58 a lot. Oh my god, my brain hurts. My brain. Oh, also mention if you do own Netflix, or if you have some sort of way to get DVDs, I really recommend you guys watch Edge of Tomorrow. That movie is pretty good with Tom Cruise. And basically what happens is he plays a video game. Well, not video game. He's a soldier, obviously. And what happens is when he dies, he gets resent back to the day before and to relive the day again. So it's like a video game. So the whole concept is pretty cool. So it's like Groundhog's Day if you watch that movie. But it's also like Source Code if you watch Source Code with dreamy Jake Gyllenhaal. So yeah. But yeah, man crush on Jake Gyllenhaal. You know that from me now, alright? But another movie to watch is X-Men Days of Future Past. That movie is pretty good. I'm a very big comic book hero nerd, so yeah, that movie is pretty decent. Really good, actually. But Hugh Jackman, big man crush on that guy too. So, god damn it. So good, so many good movies. But yeah, I took 2 days off and watched those movies. But it's a pretty goddamn good movie. So really recommend you guys watching it, but I don't do movie reviews, so I don't even know how to squat. But other than that, hope you guys enjoyed this weekend with Sam. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff to do. But rate this video if you can. That helps me out a lot. Comment below on what you want to see next, or about any stuff that I'm about to do or have done or stuff like that. But thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.